Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the inaugural meeting of LaSalle Town Council for the 2022-2026 term. My name is Jennifer Astrologo, and I'm the Director of Council Services Clerk for the town. Thank you all for being here tonight. Just a friendly reminder that following the formal portion of this meeting, a ticketed invite-only reception will follow in the atrium. Tonight, members of council will be piped into chambers by Callan Lenover and members of the LaSalle Police Service Honor Guard. At this time, I would ask that you stand for the procession, then remain standing for the land acknowledgement state and playing of our national anthem. I will now read the town's land acknowledgement statement. We acknowledge that the ground on which we live is the traditional territory of Caldwell First Nation, of the Three Fires Confederacy, and the original people of Point Pelee and Pelee Island, and its surrounding lands and waters, and that of the Huron-Wendat and Wyandot peoples. We recognize and respect the First Nations who are stewards of the land and waters of Turtle Island, and who have embraced this stewardship since time immemorial. We would also like to acknowledge the contributions of other nearby First Nation communities and all original people across Turtle Island. Please remain standing as saxophonist Silvio Campanero plays the national anthem.
Honor guard, to the flag, salute. Honor guard, attention.
Please be seated.
Permission to march off the honor guard. Honor guard, inward turn. Honor guard. By the left, quick, march.
I will now invite Ethan Wirch, a representative from MPP Anthony Liardi's office, to give opening remarks.
Nope. Okay, perfect. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the town of LaSalle for putting on this incredible ceremony. It truly is an honor for me to be here tonight. And my name is Ethan Wirch. On behalf of MPP Anthony Liardi, I want to extend my wholehearted congratulations to the successful candidates who ran for elected office this 2022 municipal election. I apologize that MPP Liardi was not able to attend personally as he is currently working through his legislative duties. So tonight you get Liardi 2.0. And just looking at this successful crop of candidates, our new municipal team in LaSalle, it looks to be an ambitious team ready to hit the ground running for our community. LaSalle looks to be in an excellent spot right now and has some solid representatives fighting for her. LaSalle is an incredible community with a wide variety of amenities, business groups, and recreational facilities. From the waterways at the LaSalle Marina to the busy streets on Malden Road, there's always something to do here. It's a very, very special town in that regard. In MPP Liardi's work and countless hours spent on the road across the riding, his stated goal and his reaffirmed goal is to ensure that when there's chatter going on at Queen's Park and around Toronto, the talk of the town is focused here in the riding of Essex, which of course encompasses LaSalle. We have so much to offer this incredible province, and with MPP Liardi standing at the forefront at the community, with the community in Toronto, LaSalle will be at the forefront. We've already seen what happens when our town has a seat at the table and a representative with the ear of the premier. The Legacy Oak Public School with a $4 million educational investment to create 167 student spaces. $54,000 from the Reconnect Ontario program to the town of LaSalle for Strawberry Festival. Over $300,098 to the Community Building Fund Capital Stream Grant for the Vollmer Complex. The list goes on, and I expect it to continue to grow as we work together with this municipal team to secure a better future for our region. Looking at this municipal team behind me, I have no doubt that working with our councillors, deputy mayor, and mayor will work in tandem with one another to support LaSalle in our greatest possible capacity. I think Mayor Meloche said it best. We'll come in together as one. We move forward as one. And whether you voted for us or not, we work for everybody. Again, I thank you all for this opportunity, and I can confidently say that on behalf of MPP Liardi, that we are here for you, LaSalle. And I'm excited to meet and hear the ideas of our newly minted town council. I'm strongly looking forward to sitting down with each and every one of you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wirch. At this time, we will call on each member to individually recite their oath of office. Councillor-elect Burns. Can you raise your right hand?
Yes.
I, Terry Burns,
I, Terry Burns,
having been elected or appointed
having been elected or appointed to the office of Councillor of Town of LaSalle, do solemnly promise and declare that
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially
exercise this office
exercise this office
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive
I have not received and will not receive
any payment or reward or promise thereof
any payment or reward or promise thereof
for the exercise of this office
for the exercise of this office
in a biased,
In-
corrupt, or an improper manner.
in a biased, corrupt, or improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
I will disclose any peculiar interest,
direct or indirect,
direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty King Charles III.
to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise and declaration,
I make this solemn promise and declaration,
consciously believing it to be true,
constantly believing it to be true,
and knowing that it is the same force and effect
knowing that it is the same as is in forceful effect
as if made under oath.
as if made under oath.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Counselor-elect Carrick.
These are just back up.
Ready?
Yep.
I, Mark Carrick,
I, Mark Carrick,
having been elected or appointed
having been elected or appointed
to the office of counselor in the town of LaSalle,
to the office of counselor in the town of LaSalle,
do solemnly promise and declare that.
do solemnly promise and declare that
Raise your right hand.
Yep.
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially
exercise this office
exercise this office
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive
I have not received and will not receive
payment or reward or promise thereof
any payment or reward or promise thereof
for the exercise of this office
for the exercise of this office
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
direct or indirect,
direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty King Charles III.
to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise and declaration,
And I make this solemn promise and declaration,
consciously believing it to be true,
consciously believing it to be true,
and knowing that it is of the same force and effect
and knowing it's of the same force and effect
as if made under oath.
as if made under oath.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Council King.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Counselor-elect Desjardins.
I, Sue Desjardins, having been elected or appointed to the office of counselor in the town of LaSalle, do solemnly promise and declare that
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially
exercise
exercise this office
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive
I have not received and will not receive
any payment or reward or promise thereof
any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty King Charles III.
to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make the solemn promise and declaration,
And I make this solemn promise and declaration,
consciously believing it to be true,
conscientiously believing it to be true,
that it is the same force and effect
and knowing it is of the same force and effect
as if made.
as if made under oath.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll take that, Jen. Sure.
Counselor-elect Reno.
Okay.
Jeff Reno,
I, Jeff Reno,
having been appointed
having been elected or appointed
council
to the office of counselor
in the town,
in the town of LaSalle,
do solemnly
do solemnly promise and declare that
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive
I have not received and will not receive
any payment or reward or promise thereof
any payment or reward or promise thereof
for the exercise of this office
for the exercise of this office
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
direct
direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of
in
Interest
accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty King Charles III.
to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise and declaration
And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously believing it to be true
and know that it is of the same force and effect
and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Counselor-elect Riccio Spaniolo.
I, Anita Riccio Spagnolo, having been elected or appointed to the office of counselor in the town of LaSalle, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration, conscientiously believing it to be true and knowing that it is in the same force and effect as if made under oath. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor-elect Ekpata.
I, Mike Akpata,
Having been elected and appointed
having been elected or appointed
to the deputy mayor
to the office of deputy mayor
in the town of LaSalle,
in the town of LaSalle,
do promise and solemnly declare
do
that
promise and solemnly declare that
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially
exercise
exercise this office
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive
I have not received and will not receive
any payment or reward.
any payment or reward or promise
Thereof
thereof
for the exercise of this office
for the exercise of this office
in a corrupt or any improper manner.
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
direct,
direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal
in
Conflict of
accordance with the
Interest
Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
Act. Faithful and bear true allegiance
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to His Majesty King Charles III.
to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise and declaration
And I make this solemn promise and declaration,
conscientiously believing it to be true,
conscientiously believing it to be true,
in force and effect,
and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor. Mayor-elect Malash.
I, Crystal Malash, having been elected or appointed to the office of mayor in the town of LaSalle, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty, King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration, conscientiously believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming our new members of council. I will now turn the meeting over to our new mayor for her inaugural remarks.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our inaugural meeting for the 2022-2026 term of LaSalle Town Council. So even though I've had a few extra months to allow this to sink in, standing up here in front of you today, I just feel so extremely grateful and humbled. It's indeed one of the greatest honors of my life to be sworn in as the mayor of my hometown. I want to start off by congratulating and thanking our outgoing mayor for his years of service to the town of LaSalle. Mark served as councillor, deputy mayor, and mayor, and he served as mayor during a very difficult time when we were dealing with the uncertainties of COVID and the ever-changing landscape. And even though we started on council at the same time, I always looked for his guidance and advice. He truly loved serving our community, and I want to wish him the very best on his retirement. I'd also like to thank all members of the Bondi family for the sacrifices they made and for supporting Mark in council the last 12 years. Mark, enjoyed the extra time with your family. You deserve it. I'd also like to take this moment to congratulate everyone who was elected this term. Deputy Mayor Mike Akpada, who, like myself, may have had a few extra months to allow this to sink in, and returning members of council, Councillor Sue DeJarle, Anitra Spignolo, Jeff Reno, and Mark Carrick. Thank you for your continued dedication to our town, and welcome to our new / returning councillor, Terry Burns. Thank you for stepping up to serve our community again this way. We began our election campaigns as 7 individuals, each with our own names on our nomination forms or signs and our own ideas and perspectives. But now as council, we become one team. And as a team, we must be committed to listening to one another, learning from one another, and harnessing our best ideas to move this great town forward together. Members of council are not always going to agree on every issue. However, I do look forward to all the questions and respectful debates that will take place in this room over the next 4 years. I also want to offer my congratulations to our school board trustees who were elected, and I'd also like to thank everyone who ran for a position in LaSalle as well as the rest of Windsor-Essex County. Putting your name forward isn't easy, and many really don't realize what it entails until you're involved. But thank you for wanting to be a bigger part of our community to make things better for our residents, who are our family, friends, and our coworkers. I'd also like to thank our town staff, our executive team of Jennifer Estralago, Peter Mara, Don Hadre, Patty Fanero, Dale Langlois, Jonathan Osborne, Chief Duncan Davies, Chief Ed Thiessen, Rick Hyra, and Gudrun Beggs, led by our CAO, Joe Militia. These are the people who work very closely with council. They are our go-tos when we have questions or concerns, and they are the ones responsible for making our strategic plan a reality. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the frontline staff who deliver our services in our town every day, especially during elections, as they are very cumbersome and require all hands on deck. So huge thank you to all Town of LaSalle staff, whether you work at Town Hall, Environmental Services, Parks, Road, Police, Fire, or the Volmer. Thank you for all you do. We are Team LaSalle for a reason. To members of our community, thank you for your support over the years. I do realize that no one has had to vote for me in 2 elections, but I hope that means you believe in me and have the confidence that I will serve this community to the greatest of my abilities. I wouldn't be here today without the support of my family. My mom and dad chose LaSalle as their home 42 years ago, and it was where I was raised, where I went to school, and without them and their constant encouragement that I could try anything and be anything, I wouldn't be here today. My dad is no longer with us, but I have no doubt that he is smiling down on me today, proud of me, but probably shaking his head wondering what the heck I'm thinking. My mom, Melody, is here today, and I have absolutely no doubt that she is very proud of the person that I am because she tells me all the time. Also joining me today is my lovely sister, Carly, my brother-in-law, Marty, and my nephew, Clayton, who again have always supported me through everything I have done. And when I decided to run for mayor, they were the first ones asking for a sign on their lawn, but luckily I didn't have to get any made. And last, but definitely not least, my husband, Jeff, and my 2 daughters, Alexis and Presley. When we talk about supporters and people who have our back, people who are always proud of us, and who no matter what stand by us, that's these 3 people. I'm going to try not looking over there. Over the years, Jeff and I have been very involved in our community. We love to give back to our community, but we knew by doing that, our family would have to make some sacrifices, missed events, time away from our girls, but they were always supportive. And they always understood that we did things for our community for others because we were so fortunate. To my girls, Alexis and Presley, you know how proud I am of the both of you. You amaze me every day with your kindness and your drive to be the best that you can be. And I want to thank you for your continued love and support and for allowing me to follow my dreams. I hope you are proud of me. And to Jeff, you have been by my side since I was 15. You are my rock, the person I bounce my crazy ideas off of, and no matter what, good or bad, you tell me the truth. You help guide me and support me, and there's no other person I would want to have by my side through all of this. You truly are my soulmate and my greatest supporter, and I thank you for traveling down this path with me and allowing me to give more time to our community. I appreciate you all, and I love you. In the coming weeks, our new council will begin to develop our new term goals to serve as our roadmap. Over the next 4 years, the 7 of us are committed to engaging with our community to deal with the challenges and opportunities in our town. Our broad goal is to be informed, to collaborate, and build consensus on the issues a growing town faces. From this day forward, the 7 of us represent every citizen of LaSalle, whether you voted for us or not. And that's our commitment to you, to do the very best we can for the whole community. It's an exciting time here in LaSalle. This term, we will open our long-awaited event center on the waterfront and continue to develop our new festival grounds and sports activities area sitting on our nautical mile. We will also keep moving forward on the Malden Road improvements. That includes new lanes, safer access for bikes and pedestrians, as well as lights to assist in the safe movement of traffic. These items were approved in the last term of council, and both of these projects are part of maintaining our town's quality of life as we grow. But growth isn't just about homes, businesses, and streets. It factors into many different topics we will consider over the next 4 years. We need to be ready to support opportunities for expansion in medical services in our community so that our growing and aging populations have the healthcare it needs. We need to continue to work on reliable transit, especially transit that serves residents going to work and our students needing transportation to school. We need to continue to move forward on the development of the Howard Buford lands and the vision of what we want for the area surrounding the Ballmer complex. And we need to focus on the protection of our irreplaceable natural areas and the expansion of our tree canopy and green spaces. One of the key factors in quality of life is affordability. And we all know young families who are unable to break into LaSalle's real estate market and afford that first home. We need to work with our developers so they can offer a range of house choices in the market. And of course, we need to keep municipal taxes and fees as low as possible while maintaining the level of service our residents know and love. And we need to enhance communication and engagement with our community, not just on the big stuff like Malden Road, EA, and the Fire Master Plan, but every day. I want to bring our community to a place where businesses flourish, where we have options right here in town for our families to go out on the weekend, whether it's for dinner or entertainment, and where we have thriving tourism on our waterfront. But I also want to make sure that even though we are a growing community, and we are one of the fastest growing communities in Windsor-Essex County, we don't forget residents who lived here before LaSalle was even its own town. So it's very important that as we grow, we think of ways to move forward as a community together. Let's focus on the small business owner who spends every penny to follow their dreams. Let's focus on the police and firefighters who protect and defend our town. Let's focus on our senior citizens who with their blood, sweat, and tears brought us to this very day. And let us remember our rich and wonderful history. My plan as mayor is very clear: to make our town greener, healthier, safer, and more fiscally stable than we find it today. I will have grand expectations, but I will have simple ones too, I promise, Joe. Clear the snow, pick up the trash, pave the streets, and synchronize the lights. I look forward to the next 4 years. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being part of our special evening.
So that concludes our formal part of the program this evening. For those of you who have tickets and are invited, you're welcome to a reception in the atrium. Thank you.